Hey guys, it's April from MamaLovesFood.com and DinnerHero.com. Hi, how are you? You look gorgeous. Sorry we're a minute late. Wes barged in here and asked me for the checkbook. I don't keep the checkbook in my camper. That seems very unsafe. Silly man. Anyway, hi. It's Thursday. I hope you're all well. I'm in a good mood again today. I'm like an 8. What? I know. These are unheard of numbers for me. You guys, I've decided something. I don't know if decided is the right word. Come to realize is probably a better way of putting it. I definitely have reversed seasonal affect disorder. Good morning, Miss Carrie. We missed you earlier this week. Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that I have seasonal affect disorder in reverse. I get so down and unhappy at the end of, good morning, at the end of the heat of the summer. I mean, I can't even call it summer because it's October, right? But we get hot weather sometimes all the way through December. My sister got married December 27th, and it was like in the I don't know if it was mid-90s, but it was like high 80s, if not low 90s. It just it's hard, right? Good morning, Miss Gina. Gina's an 8. Beverly's an 8. I love it. Make sure you leave your mental health number in the comments. 1 is low, 10 is high. And if you see someone at a 5 or below, please just go ahead and reach out to them. Reply to their comment. Give them a little bit of love, a little bit of encouragement. Anyway, yeah. And it's funny because I do this every year, right? Like September, October, I get just really, it's very rainy here. It's so, not only is it hot and gross, but it rains constantly. So it's just muddy and I don't know, it's not a very fun environment, right? Especially after it's been hot since March. So, and then the weather changes and I always get this kind of feeling like, it's just me. Like I'm just a cranky person. I don't, right? And then the weather changes and then I realize, oh, it was the weather. The weather changes my mood so much. It's crazy. Anyway, what is going on, you guys? I hate this new version of Facebook. Beverly says 73 in Pennsylvania. Oh, I love it. Sounds gorgeous. It's a little bit warmer today, but it's still nice out. Let's see what the weather is right now. I have the NOAA, N-O-A-A weather app. It's my favorite. You pay it's 69 here right now, and it's amazing. She said 69. It is supposed to get up to 81 today, but that's not bad. That's not terrible. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I realized with our first cool blast that it's the weather that really just massively affects my mood. But it's funny because you don't really think about it. You know, everybody talks about seasonal affect disorder as being stuck in winter and cold weather, but you don't really think about it. But the heat and the rain does that to us here. You get stuck inside. Anyway, good morning, Miss Patricia. I hope you're feeling better. Patricia had surgery recently. Everybody send her some love. Anyway, yeah, I'm living for this weather. I know it won't last. I know it's going to be back up in the 90s before we get, a more consistent weather pattern, but I'm enjoying it while I can. So yeah, so tell me what the weather's like where you are. I'm curious. I am curious. Sorry, just doing this real quick share. So yeah, we went hiking yesterday. Oh, before I forget, we're doing this new thing. Okay, so make sure you leave your mental health number, but then also I want to hear 3 good, I can't use my fingers. 3 good things. 3 good things. And, 3 good things. 3 good things. They can be super basic. They don't have to be specific. Hi, Andrea. Gina says 60s where she is. So mine is obviously going to be the weather again. Hello, this weather is amazing. We went hiking yesterday. That's my other thing. And then what's number 3? I got my new boots yesterday and they fit perfectly. Look at that. See? 3 things. Really easy. I mean, I could have just said family, food, and a good book. But yeah, anyway, so Sherry says it's sunny and 70s in South Carolina. Christine says, good morning, 6, tired, but working on coffee. Yum. Love coffee. Michelle says we're going to be around 56 or 58 in Iowa. I love it. I love it. I went to Iowa last year for a work trip. It was pretty. Yeah, so go ahead and drop your mental health number and then just 3 good things real quick off the top of your head. Doesn't have to be fancy. And yeah, so okay, so we went hiking yesterday. And there we go. Okay, sorry about that. We went hiking yesterday after work. The weather held. I don't remember if I told you yesterday. It looked at the beginning of the day like it was going to get really, really warm in the afternoon, but it didn't. It held. It was in the high 70s. It was gorgeous. So a few weeks ago, Jonathan, my almost 13-year-old, and I went to Good Morning Aisha, Good Morning Rosie, Good Morning Beverly. Yeah, it changes my mood too, right? So a few weeks ago, Jonathan and I, my almost 13-year-old, went for a drive in, we live in a suburb, but like pretty close to a rural area. And there's a decent amount of like hiking trails and stuff out, within like 15 or so minutes of us. So we went for a drive and we passed our normal favorite hiking trail. And then I don't normally drive past that because it's kind of the farthest out on that road I usually go, but we decided just to kind of do some exploring. So we went past, and a few miles down the road, there was a whole nother hiking trail. So it was pouring rain that day. Obviously we didn't get out, I shouldn't say obviously, but we didn't get out of the car. But we decided to go, and try it yesterday. So we went out. It has rained here almost every day since, I want to say like June. So everything's very, very, very wet. All the creeks are overflowed. All the, rivers are really, really high. And a lot of the trails go along, creeks and rivers and lakes and whatnot. So this was no different. So about half the trail was flooded, but we were still able to do 2 small loops. So we got 2 miles in, which was great. It was really nice. It was just so nice to be outdoors, and we all love hiking. So I mean, hiking, a gentle walk in a wooded area is really what it is. We're not like scaling anything. We're in Florida, so there's really not much to scale anyway. But it was really good. Josie was a little cranky. She's very prone to bug bites, and she did not spray herself before, and I should have pushed it, and I didn't. Mom fail. But we plied her with M&Ms and were able to get a pretty good walk in. So anybody localish to me, it was the Geneva Wilderness Loop, Geneva Wilderness area, I think. Anyway, it was a nice little walk. I think if you do the full bigger loops, you can get up to 8 miles. But we did 2 like small 1-mile loops. Anyway, thank you, Deanna. Deanna likes my earrings. I think these are paparazzi. I wish they could make these flesh colored. I don't know. Would that be weird? Would it just look like I had growths coming out of my ears? I feel like they're distracting. Anywho, so yeah, so we went for a hike, and I'm so excited because we woke up this morning, and it's not, I wouldn't say it's cool out this morning. It's definitely not like yesterday anyway. Yesterday was like a little bit of a chill. But it's nice. It's really nice. And it's supposed to, like I said, it's not supposed to get past 81 this afternoon. So I think if the weather holds, it might storm again. So if it doesn't storm though, I think we're going to try and do another hike, and I'm very excited about that. You guys, I'm very excited about that. So anyway, do you guys get, I'm sorry, I kind of glossed over my question. Do you guys get seasonal affect disorder? If you do, which way is it? Do you get depressed at the end of summer about the heat, or do you get depressed at the end of winter about the, extended cold? I'm curious. And tell me where you live, because I'm curious about that too. So yeah, should we do recipe of the day? Recipe of the day. It is October 1st, y'all. Oh, and also, can I just tell you, yesterday was Wednesday, right? And hi, Lori. I'm in Central Florida. I'm about an hour, 45 minutes or so from Mickey Mouse. So yesterday, it was Wednesday, and I was absolutely convinced it was Monday for whatever reason. I was so convinced it was Monday. And it wasn't, clearly. It was Wednesday. And this morning I woke up and I was absolutely convinced it was Friday. So I don't know what's with my internal clock. Do you guys do that? It's crazy. Melissa said people get it here all winter long in Alaska. Oh, I bet. You guys are it's so dark. The other thing that's really kind of depressing in Florida too, and I don't mean to piss on Florida all the time. We have some wonderful things, right? We have the beaches. We do have amazing hiking. We have creeks and lakes and springs. And, I mean, it's not all bad. It's just really hot. But one of the things that's really difficult in Florida that people don't realize is, the summer is very, very hot, overwhelmingly hot. It is also very, very rainy. People don't understand the storms we have. We are in a subtropical area. So the storms we get almost every afternoon are really intense. So, you know, that can really throw your day off. And then when it's finally nice enough to really, because people say, oh, you don't live in Florida for the summer. You live in Florida for the winter when it's like 70 and it's beautiful. And that's true, right? But it's also dark at 5:30, you guys, right? So 5:36ish. By the time the weather's nice, you can't hang out outside. It's just dark and boring. Anyway, Beverly says the cold makes me anxious. Oh, that stinks. I'm sorry. Robin says hi. Hi. So yes, Lori says I do that every day. First question to myself every morning: what day is this? I do the same thing. I do the same thing when I wake up. I'm like, can I remember what morning it is what day it is without looking at my phone? And I would say it's like 50-50. Just kind of embarrassing, but when it's not like pandemic and my kids are in sports and stuff, it's a lot easier because I can go, okay, did we have soccer last night? Did we have football last night? You know, but now it's like everything blends together. So, and Terry says, I'm in the Charleston area of South Carolina and I hate the heat. Ugh, I know, it's so hot. So hot. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh, recipe of the day. Okay, so it's October. It is October, which is bananas because like in my brain, it's still March. Like I feel I just got stuck on March. Did you guys do that? I got stuck on March and it just feels like March has been forever long. But it's not. It's October. It's October 1st, which is payday. High five. Love that. But that means it is officially holiday season. Okay, let's be real. September 1st is holiday season, but it's officially Halloween season. How about we say that? And so our recipe of the day is this unbelievably cute charcuterie board or cheese board, snack board, whatever you want to call it. This is Kelly's work. It is so cute. She put this absolutely amazing Halloween board together. It's got it's got mozzarella eyeballs and spooky ghost cookies and bat Oreo truffles, and it's just ridiculously cute. I want you to check it out. And then I also have a separate post on how to make, detailed, I mean, there's instructions in that too, but there's detailed instructions on the ghosts and the bats and the eyeballs and stuff. Lori says, isn't it still March break? What did I miss? Right? It feels like it. It feels like everything just we put a pin in March and we haven't like started back up again. That's how it feels to me. I don't know. Anyway, that's our recipe of the day. I'd love if you checked it out over on the website. All right, what are we watching? What are we watching, guys? Tell me what you're watching. I have lots of streaming stuff. I like to consume media. It makes me happy. Ellie says, I'm in Brisbane, Australia. I can't stand summer. I'm grumpy and hot for like 6 months. It's kind of how I feel. I like summer in July. Summer in July is exciting for me. I don't know why. I really enjoy summer in July. In July, I can forgive the heat. I can get in the pool, but like beyond that, I don't know. Before that and after that, in March, I'm cranky when it gets hot in March. I'm cranky when it gets hot in September. I can tolerate it in June and August, but like outside of that, not really. Beverly's watching Transplant. So I watched, Wesley and I watched American Murder last night. It's a true story. Not only is it a true story, it's really well done. It's a documentary about a woman and her 2 daughters that went missing in Colorado, but it's really well done. So the police in this Colorado town wear, I guess, body cams all the time. So the majority of the footage is actually police body cam footage, and it's just really, really well done. It's really hard to watch though. It's not a happy ending. I'll spoil it that much because I think you know that going in because it's called American Murder, but it is very good. If you like true crime stuff. And then also I had to cleanse my palate after watching it because there was no way I was going to bed right after watching that. So my favorite palate cleanser right now is the Great British Bake Off. It's just lovely. It's just so, everybody's so nice and it's happy and it's just a pleasant show. So Yeah, American Murder and Great British Bake Off are what I'm doing right now. Do you have a favorite fall outfit? I need to know this. I don't have a specific favorite fall outfit, but I have a few that I like. I have a like green, like army green jacket. I can't think of what they're called. There's a name for them. Anyway, my army green jacket that's got lots of pockets, jeans, and my brown boots are probably like my favorite kind of fall outfit. And then also my brown boots or my cowboy boots and jeans and a big sweater. Love it, love it, love it. Val says, I followed the whole thing when it happened. It was so weird. Right? It was crazy. It was crazy. It was, I mean, just bananas. Worth a watch. Worth a watch. I told Wes I'm going to keep a knife under my pillow now. It's like, can't trust anybody. Rosie says, it's just so real, the Bake Off. It is. It is. It's so just, I love it. I just love it. Lori says camouflage. Okay. Next question. Do you prefer a sweater or a jacket? I, in theory, like a sweater. They're just big and comfy and cozy. In practice, though, at least when it's like legitimately cold, I prefer a jacket because as cute as sweaters are, like the wind whips through them. I've never and if you find a sweater that's got a tight enough knit that the wind doesn't whip through it, it's just not really a comfortable sweater usually. So, yeah, when I'm like actually now layering that's different, but yeah, that's all. Lori says you were asking about the color of the jacket. Yeah, it's like a camouflagey color. Sorry. Shall we do links? Links. Okay, so first thing is my hiking boots that came yesterday. I wore them on our 2-mile hike and they were so comfortable and I'm so happy. I read about 1 billion reviews before choosing these ones. They're Columbia. Somebody said they went up Mount Everest in them and didn't get a blister, so I think they're probably lying, but I'm very happy with them. I actually, I just put the link in the comments. I actually bought Wes and me the same pair. His the men's, mine the women's, obviously. Really liked them. 2-mile hike for the first time, and not a single like wear point or blister or anything. And I wore them with the hiking socks that I linked yesterday, and they were great. I did size a half size up based on the comments and based on the fact that my last hiking boots, I did not size up a half size and they were too narrow. For whatever reason, hiking boots tend to run narrow. I don't know why. If somebody can explain that to me, I'd love to hear it. But anyway, my 11-year-old is very pleased because he fits in my other hiking boots perfectly. They're too narrow for me. So yeah, I sized up a half size based on all the comments. I sized my husband up a half size based on the comments, and they fit us perfectly. So if you need hiking boots, really happy with those. And then one of the most common questions I get when people find out that we've homeschooled for years is what kind of workbooks do you use and what do you like for social studies and science? And these are not our like only thing we do for social studies and science, but they are something my kids do every single day just to make sure that they maintain like, finger on the pulse of some social studies and science each day. And it's these 180-day workbooks. And they're meant to be just like short, daily, quick consumable workbook activity things. And they can do them on their own. My kids do 2 or 3 pages a day. One if we're busy with other activities in that subject. But anyway, I really like those. They're straightforward. They go through middle school. And then around middle school, I typically transition them to mid-middle school, early high school. My 2 oldest have started high school level classes. To the Khan Academy has some really good social studies and science stuff now. So yeah, that answers that question. Anyway, guys, I thank you. Oh, Deanna says, I just bought a lilac velour jacket that was regularly $60 and I got it for $17. Look at you go. My daughter wants it, but it doesn't fit her. She is so mad. Well, you didn't buy it for her. You bought it for you. So she'll be okay. Oh, I got a fuzz. Okay. Anyway, guys, you guys are amazing. I love you. Thank you so much for hanging out. Make sure you grab Dinner Hero, our Dinner Hero Pantry Cooking Cookbook, if you want to learn how to properly stock your pantry and your freezer and cook 15 no, 75, 75, 78. I think it's 78 recipes from one pantry list. That's how you do it. It's available in ebook, or it's available in, oh, the lighting just got really weird. It's available in ebook, or it's available in a printed binder. I also would love if you visited our, where'd it go? Our ebook shop, which is all lots. These are smaller ebooks. And then we have bundles in there. So yeah, that would be amazing. I love you. You're awesome. I'll catch you tomorrow.